everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to What Jobs Look Like, the podcast where we talk with professionals to give you an honest peek into different careers. Our goal is simple: to help you if you've just graduated, if you're preparing for an interview, or maybe if you've got a new job offer and want to know what's really waiting for you. So please subscribe and follow us so you never miss an episode. Today, we have Mike with us. He works as a purchasing manager in one of the airlines here in Europe. For confidentiality reasons, we won't mention the company name, but Mike has been in this role for almost a year now. So Mike, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. Happy to share. So first things first, a purchasing manager or procurement manager, depending on the company, is basically the person who handles contracting, negotiating, and being the middle point between the company and the vendors. Of course, this might look a bit different from one company to another, but in my case, that's the main responsibility. And honestly, it's a really crucial role because the company depends on you to secure the best offer, not just on cost, but also on quality. Sometimes the deals are just a few €1,000, and sometimes they're in the millions. It all depends on the project.
Wow. Okay, so that's a big responsibility. Could you walk us through your day? What are the actual daily tasks?
Sure. Let me take you to the beginning of a quarter because that's when things really kick off. First, we sit down with each department to review their contracts. Before the meeting, I go through the list of contracts, which ones are about to expire and which ones are very high value. Let's say €500,000 or more that will expire within the next 2 years. Now, why do we do this? Because onboarding a new vendor can sometimes take up to a year. So if you don't plan ahead, you're in trouble later. Then, in the meeting, we ask the department, okay, do you want to extend this contract, terminate it, or maybe change something? If it's a big contract, we're required to do a tender. After the meeting, we just go and execute the decision.
That sounds like a lot of coordination, but what challenges do you face in that process?
Oh, there are plenty. One big one is when a vendor asks for a price increase. Like one time we had a vendor ask for $500,000 more just to extend the contract. At first, I was like, wow. Okay. But then I checked the contract and realized we had the right to extend with no increase. So I confirmed with legal and went back to the vendor and basically said, look, legally we can extend without paying more. Now, here's the thing. Negotiation is key. You have to stay firm but respectful because you want a good relationship with your vendors. In this case, it worked out. But in another case, not so lucky. The contract was expiring in 2 months, service was critical, €500,000 a year, we couldn't switch vendors in time. They knew it, so they raised the price by 15%. And we had to accept it. No choice.
Ouch. Yeah, that sounds tough. But tell me, what exactly is a tender?
Good question. A tender is basically when you ask the market, who can give us the best deal? Usually for contracts above €350,000, but not always, sometimes even smaller ones if they're complex. The process goes like this. We do a kickoff meeting, departments suggest vendors, we invite them, ask them to sign an NDA, then we prepare the RFP, request for proposal, with all the requirements and deadlines. Vendors submit offers, we review, shortlist, negotiate, and eventually ask for their best and final offer. And yeah, it usually takes several rounds. Vendors never give their best deal in the first round.
Fair enough. Okay, let's say someone listening wants to become a purchasing manager. What skills should they focus on?
Yeah, that's important. Look, you don't need to have everything on day one, but over time you should build ability to work under pressure because you'll have multiple tenders running at once. Project management skills, attention to detail, contracts are long, and one small mistake can cost a lot. Communication skills, you're constantly between departments and vendors. And finally, negotiation. You need to be able to get the best price while still keeping relationships strong.
That's really valuable advice. Thank you so much, Mike, for sharing your experience with us. And to all our listeners, thank you for tuning in to What Jobs Look Like. We hope this gave you a clearer idea of what it's like to be a purchasing manager in the airline industry. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and if you have questions, we'll make sure to answer them in a future episode. Until next time, keep learning and keep exploring what jobs look like.